Let me say first of all that my goal, if I have an agenda, if I have an agenda, it will be the tearing down of religion. Now, just religion, the Christian faith, the Jewish faith, Islam are the main three. Now, the other beliefs are beautiful, Buddhism and stuff like that. They're beautiful faiths, but again, they hold on to a world that is not real, that even science tells you nothing around you is real. They all hold on to a world that isn't real, and they will pass with it. I do not hate religion necessarily. Hate is a very strong word. I dislike religion. It's an abomination. I wish it did not exist. I don't hate religion. It needs to fall. It needs to be done away with. People need to open their eyes and have true faith. True faith needs to prevail. Religion will not save you. Only your choices, not your choices. There's only one way to be saved from damnation. There's only one way. It's nothing you really have to do. A lot of people, they don't turn to Him because of religion. Religion persecutes them and tells them how wrong they are. If they don't follow these rules, then they won't get to heaven. Don't do that. That's why religion has to go. It has nothing to do with religion. Sure, it's unfortunately the thing that religion uses to feed its cause. But it's still the truth nonetheless. Religion needs to. Tonight's video is about Islam. And a lot of people are not going to like this, but I don't care. Open your eyes. Have true faith. The Muslim belief is a horrible belief. It really, really is. Don't go to Wikipedia and look up Islam or the Muslim faith, anything. Don't go to Wikipedia. Don't do it. Go to ask.com or something like that. Google it. But don't go to Wikipedia. It's a horrible thing. And it denies the Son of God. Now, the Muslim religion acknowledges Jesus as the Lord and Savior because when He returns, one, He will come from the east. Two, He will come through the eastern gate, the Benjamin gate, or the Lion's gate. He will come through there, and He will enter the temple. They have barricaded the doors of the eastern wall. They have buried the dead at its threshold because they know that a Jewish man or woman, they can't enter the temple after crossing a grave that makes them unclean. They are prepared for His second coming. So they acknowledge it. Allah would be nothing more than either a misguided place that leads to God, the truth, or the accuser. Now, I've researched, but I've not gotten to where I can draw a conclusion. There is a lot of accusation with the Muslim faith, but I don't know if it's enough to call them the. I don't know if it's enough to say that's who Allah is, the accuser. I don't know. I could probably study that for 5 or 6 lifetimes, still wouldn't have a conclusion. But all I know is that on the front of their temple, which will come down, because like I said, he's going to come through the eastern gate and he's going to enter the temple. The mosque, on the front of it, it says God has no son. To really get to the root of these two brother human beings, Arab and Jew, to get to the heart of what they are, we're going to touch on another type and shadow. Now, it is not a fact. It could be, but it's not a fact, that the Jew is a type and shadow of Abel, and Arab is a type and shadow of Cain. Both brothers sacrificed. One brother's sacrifice was worth it. Abel brought the first fruits of his crops and stuff like that, the animals, the blood. The reason animal sacrifice is appropriate is because they live here with us. Cain offered wheat and his harvest. He was a fielder. Abel was a shepherd. But I digress. The smoke from Abel's sacrifice of life rose up to the heavens and was accepted. The wheat wasn't accepted. The reason it wasn't acceptable is that it doesn't exist here. It doesn't live here with us. Animals live here with us. May not have souls, but they have spirits. They live here with us. Plants, animal, they're different kingdoms. The plant life, the harvest, that doesn't live here with us. It's not what God wants. He wants us. Doesn't want you to go out and kill anybody. The Lord would never ask you to kill anybody. The Lord will never ask you to kill anybody. He may ordain war and all this other stuff, but He will never tell you to go out and kill someone. Never. He is about love. And that's all you have to do is love everyone around you. Love. Don't. It's okay to not be a Muslim. It is okay. Don't be a Christian. Don't be a Jew. Don't be a Muslim. Be a disciple. Seek truth. The truth is there. Just study. Seek truth. Be a disciple. Don't be religious. Religion is horrible. Religion will accuse you. Religion will bring you down. Religion will keep you at bay from God. Let me also say that I don't hate Muslims. Just like there are Christians that I will never hate. There are Muslims that I will never hate. Farah, Samia, if she even, her family, Mr. Frank and them, they're Muslim. I will never hate these people. They could believe in anything they want to. It is personal. It's between them and the divine. It's not for me to judge. I don't hate Muslims. But just like I hate Christianity, I really do. Religion, horrible. Just like I hate that, I do hate Islam. I hate the religion. I don't hate the people. Kind of the same condition as love the sinner, hate the sin. It's kind of like that. Now both brothers, the Jew and the Arab, share Abraham as the patriarch. The difference between the two brothers are their mothers. When Sarah had the baby, it was the Jewish baby. When the concubine had the baby, they're not bad women at all. They were concubines. That's what they did. And they're not bad women. Their children were not bad. Esau, Ishmael, they weren't bad. They weren't bad kids at all. They were the fathers of Abraham. That's the difference between the two bloodlines. One came from Sarah, and one came from concubine. That's the only difference between these two people. And Abraham was never, the Jewish race was born literally. God told Abraham that he was a Jew. He wasn't a Jew before that. And most of the religious turmoil between these two brothers, Islam and the Judean belief, the Jewish faith, most of that boils down to property, land, dirt. Because of Abraham, when he took Isaac up to the top of the mountain for sacrifice, where God provided that lamb in the thorny bush, they carved that ground, and that ground is Jerusalem. That's the property that was given to Abraham. It was the promised land. Their struggle religiously has had to do with that. Now, the temple, the Dome of the Rock, the mosque, there, that's where Solomon built the temple that David was not going to build. God said, no, your son's going to do it. You're not going to do it. It will not be your joy. David was cool with that. But that's where Solomon built the temple, where the Ark of the Covenant sat, where they had the golden menorah and the showbread and that's where the temple was. That's where the temple will be. Quite honestly, if America was any friend of Israel, they'd make them take the mosque down and just get it over with and build the temple. The mosque, I hate it. I hate the mosque, the Dome of the Rock. And the only reason I hate it is a beautiful building. It's a gorgeous building. The only reason I hate it is because it denies someone else's faith. Why do you have to denounce someone else's faith? It says God has no son across the entrance to the mosque. Why? That is dirty pool. Dirty pool. But it says God has no son on the mosque. But that's religiously, that's what the struggle between these two brothers has been. It's land, it's property, it's dirt, it's ground. Abraham's promise had nothing to do with that property. Abraham's promise had to do with the sacrifice, the lamb. I hate religion, period. Like I said a million times, I will say it again. I hate religion. But I call it dirty pool. Despite the hating of religion, I don't agree that the religions should fight each other. The Christian, the Jewish, and the Islam, it all boils down to the same thing. The promise, the lamb that was provided for the sacrifice, the last Passover lamb that will ever be sacrificed, the anointed one. We'll get into the Jewish faith later. I want to rant a little bit about the whole Messiah, Hamashiach, but I'll get into that later. I think we're almost drawing to an end. I was instructed that the next video will be about the elect. I haven't said it's time, and that's what I've been waiting on. So I have to get started on a video about the elect. Because it's about 75 days, around 75 days. No one knows the hour. We talk about the season. The sixth seal is about to get cracked. The elect need to be aware of it. Until we meet again in love and peace, I want you to be blessed. I want you to love each other. So all you have to do is love. And again, don't judge anyone. It is completely stupid and unnecessary and useless. It's such a useless amount of your time. Don't judge people. It's so stupid. It's ridiculous. But you be blessed and love each other. And I love you all.